morning and welcome to Farm Factor on AGam in Kansas. I'm your host, Conrad Kabus. Each year, FFA chapters around the country celebrate National FFA Week, a week-long tradition that began back in 1947 when the National Board of Directors designated the week of George Washington's birthday as National FFA Week in recognition of his legacy as an agriculturalist and a farmer. Take a look as we explore the Kansas FFA and National FFA Week. Stay tuned.
Closed captioning brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission, the Soybean Checkoff Progress, powered by Kansas farmers. This segment is brought to you by Kansas Wheat. Learn more at rediscoverwheat.org.
Good morning and welcome to Farm Factor on AGam in Kansas. I'm your host, Conrad Kabus. Each year, FFA chapters around the country celebrate National FFA Week, a week-long tradition that began back in 1947. During the week, chapters conduct a variety of events, including hosting teacher appreciation breakfasts, agriculture Olympics competitions, community service projects, and other events. Bethany is a state FFA officer for the Kansas FFA Association and expresses her passion for FFA.
So one of the primary roles as a state officer is just to work with some of our high school and middle school members. We get to spend a lot of time in their classrooms working on leadership development with them, and that's really been my favorite part of this experience so far. So through that leadership development, we're teaching these practical life skills that students aren't learning in other classes, and you know that they're going to use in any career that they go into. And you really have an opportunity to make these students feel valued, to really give them some self-value that they're not finding anywhere else. I've had students tell me that FFA is the reason they stayed in school. It's helped them through divorces in families, losses of friends and family. It's given them a way to find their passion and purpose in life. And so just really seeing how this organization becomes almost a family and really affects these student lives has been the single most important part of being a state officer for me.
Bethany was elected as state officer after several months of preparing. The 6 individuals she works with were elected among 20 candidates running for state officer position to represent more than 8,700 Kansas FFA members. Seniors in high school or freshmen in college can run for this office.
So once a member decides to run, they'll submit a form just telling the state of their intentions, and then really the selection process begins. Before state convention, which is in May, you'll fill out a couple brief forms like an application, and then the real work happens during state convention. So the state selects a committee who's chosen to select the state officers, and you go through about a week of intensive behavioral-based interviews. You'll be asked hundreds and hundreds of interview questions, so this committee really gets to know you as a person, and then they have the fun job of sitting down and deliberating which individuals will work best together as a team, and which ones really have a role that they can play in working with those Kansas FFA members.
The 2014-2015 Kansas State FFA President is Taylor Green from the southeast of Saline chapter. From there, she learned after many years of agriculture education that she can have an impact in other students' lives.
I'm Taylor Green. I'm from just outside the small town of Gypsum, Kansas. I went to southeast of Saline High School where I got very involved in the FFA program there. I didn't have a production background in agriculture myself, but I really fell in love with the agricultural classes that I was taking there, and that's how I got involved in FFA. And that led to my desire to run as a state officer to hopefully give back to those members that had impacted me throughout my years of high school. I was so excited to be able to serve throughout this year, and am excited for the 3 months that we have left to impact those members as well.
The FFA organization is organized into several districts. These districts conduct several contests and other FFA activities for students to do.
One of my favorite parts in our year of service is being able to attend our district's Green Hand conferences. Just above the chapter levels, we have 7 districts throughout the state, and we get to go and travel to those. And in FFA, a Green Hand member are those first-year members in FFA. And so they're just learning about what the organization is and starting to uncover how they can get involved. And I think back to my Green Hand experience and realize how that was my first opportunity to meet other members across the district and really get to know what FFA is. And so I love that opportunity to impact those green hands and help them find their specific passions, because in FFA, there's just something for everyone, whether you're from an urban or a rural background.
This hog is head over hoof for meal made from U.S. soybeans. Now, one hog isn't that impressive, but suppose we add another, and another, and another. Before long, you've got billions of hungry customers around the world all clamoring for the same thing. Our soybeans. Learn more about the billion-dollar appetite of animal agriculture at beyondtheelevator.com. Brought to you by America's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Tallgrass Commodities offers producers bulk commodities at a reasonable price with reliable service throughout the whole Midwest. To find out more about Tallgrass Commodities, visit tallgrass.us or call 785-494-8484.
This segment is brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff. Progress powered by Kansas farmers.
Good morning and welcome to Farm Factor on AGam in Kansas. I'm your host, Conrad Kabus. The state FFA officer team travels across the state, sharing their passion for agriculture, leadership, and service. Kansas FFA officers present workshops and conferences across the state to challenge FFA members to serve their communities and agriculture industry. In late February, the FFA organization celebrated National FFA Week. Jeff Hadachek is the Kansas FFA Secretary and works with numerous students around the state, helping them find their passion in agriculture.
I am Jeffrey Hadachek. I am originally from Cuba, Kansas, and I am currently serving as the Kansas FFA Secretary. Part of my duties as as a state officer in FFA is to go around to all of the chapters around the state and around high schools and to really connect to those high school students who are involved in the FFA organization. FFA provides opportunity for students for leadership in agriculture and provides them a passion that they could never get elsewhere. And that's something that just really makes my job valuable, is that I can provide that opportunity for students and really be that inspiration for their futures.
The Kansas FFA Association was chartered by the National FFA organization in 1928. The organization is experiencing massive growth and a surge of new opportunities for its members, and increasing support from the community, former members, agriculture, and many other industries. FFA functions as a three-circle model of agriculture education, as a student leadership organization that complements a student's classroom and laboratory instruction in supervised agriculture experience programs. FFA members can compete in career development events that cover job skills in everything from communications to mechanics.
One of the biggest things that we encourage our members to do is just tell their stories. Whether they come from an urban background or a rural background, they have experiences in agriculture that make them valuable and that make them able to communicate to the general public about what agriculture does. And we've been very fortunate in FFA to have several organizations develop, several chapters develop in urban areas. And anymore with technology the way it is, there's opportunity to have more advancement in technology, more advancement in agriculture because of the opportunities that is available in urban communities. So students that didn't grow up on a farm have the opportunity to get involved in agriculture and provide experiences for them that they would have not had elsewhere than in FFA.
American innovation is being driven in places you might not expect by people like Brent Hayek, an Oklahoma family farmer, who recently set a world land speed record in a Ford Super Duty pickup truck powered by renewable B20 biodiesel. Advanced performance is here, now, putting America on the fast track to more jobs and energy independence. Biodiesel, America's advanced biofuel.
I'm Dr. Frank Lyons, a physician here at Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center. As one of the only standalone stem cell centers in the U.S., we use your stem cells as therapy for arthritis and some autoimmune diseases.
I'm Dr. Andrew Poe. Here at Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center, utilizing the latest technology under strict protocols, we're able to harvest your stem cells from your own fat to treat a variety of medical conditions. The best part about it is, it's a same-day surgical procedure and requires no general anesthesia.
Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture, represents grassroots agriculture. The state's largest and most powerful farm organization stands up for its members through leadership development, agriculture education, legal defense, environmental advocacy, farm safety, and risk management. Members also enjoy money-saving benefits. To join our organization today or to learn more, go to www.kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Soil is the life of a farm, and for 25 years, SureCrop Liquid Crop Nutrition has helped growers produce abundant quality crops while preserving and improving the soils they steward. SureCrop offers complete soil and plant analysis with cropping recommendations, delivery direct to your on-farm storage, and quality crop nutrition custom blended for your field. Choose SureCrop for the assurance of excellence for your soil. Call today or visit their website for more. Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or for more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Good morning and welcome to Farm Factor on AGam in Kansas. I'm your host, Conrad Kabus. Each year, FFA chapters around the country celebrate National FFA Week, a week-long tradition that began back in 1947. FFA students compete in a variety of ways. The most notable is the CDE program. Career Development Events, or CDEs, build on what is learned in agriculture classes and encourage members to put their knowledge into practice. These events are designed to help a member prepare for a career in agriculture.
I'm Kyle Apley, and I'm currently serving this year as the state reporter for the Kansas FFA Association. One of our responsibilities, and definitely one of my favorite ones, is assisting in our state CDEs, which are career development events. Now, these events allow students to put their best technical skills that they learned in that ag classroom and through FFA to the test and really compete against other members in an atmosphere that is encouraging and is really all about growing their own skills. For instance, some of these CDEs may range from public speaking, such as giving an FFA creed and prepared speeches, all the way up to meats and livestock judging. Here at the state level, Kansas is very competitive and is a great way for students to show off what they have gained and learned throughout the school year, and even find themselves scholarships and opportunities to travel throughout the United States. This year, through FFA Week, we're starting to see some of these district contests and CDEs really come into play as people are getting ready for those state CDE.
Today, the officers were at the State House talking to legislators about the importance of agriculture education in the classroom and how it affects students' lives. The state FFA organization believes that their youth leadership organization makes a positive difference in the lives of young people by developing their potential for premier leadership, personal growth, and career success through agriculture education.
Just being able to reach out and meet some of these legislators has really been a great opportunity for our organization and even personally as a whole. Through FFA, just being able to meet with Governor Brownback really allows us to show how FFA has grown us and allows us to grow those other students in our organization. Mr. Brownback has had a really rich history in the FFA, both serving as a Kansas state president and even a national officer. So it's great to see him as a person that really understands FFA's importance. And today he was able to provide us with some hints and some tips as to how we can make the best out of our year and also provide and serve those members of the Kansas FFA the best that we can.
I'm Dr. Frank Lyons, a physician here at Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center. As one of the only standalone stem cell centers in the U.S., we use your stem cells as therapy for arthritis and some autoimmune diseases.
I'm Dr. Andrew Pope. Here at Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center, utilizing the latest technology under strict protocols, we're able to harvest your stem cells from your own fat to treat a variety of medical conditions. The best part about it is, it's a same-day surgical procedure and requires no general anesthesia.
Tarwater Farm and Home is a nearly 40-year-old local family-owned business. Clothing for work and play, seeds and feeds, boots, toys for the kids, the tools you need for around the home and farm, and a service department to keep them in top running order. It's a big store, so when you have some time, take some time to see what they have for your farm and home. Tarwater's everyday pricing is like other sale prices. When you need it, they've got it. Tarwater Farm and Home, 4107 North Topeka Boulevard.
Buying a car shouldn't be this hard. And at Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego, it isn't. It's actually awesome. Whether you want a new or used car or truck, Toby's team can make the deal. Even if you want to custom order a new car or truck, Toby's team can make the deal. See Toby's team at Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego. We're awesome. Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.
Valley Vet Supply.
This segment is brought to you by Central National Bank. Put our ag professionals to work for you.
Good morning and welcome to Farm Factor on AGam in Kansas. I'm your host, Conrad Kabus. The state officer team travels across the state sharing their passion for agriculture, leadership, and service. Kansas State FFA officers present workshops and conferences across the state to challenge FFA members that serve in their communities in the agriculture industry. In late February, the FFA organization celebrated National FFA Week. Nick Meyer from Marion, Florence is the FFA State Sentinel and works with numerous students around the state, helping them find their passion in agriculture.
I'm Nicholas Meyer. I'm originally from Marion, Kansas, and I was elected to the Kansas FFA Sentinel, and one of my especially important jobs is welcoming guests and being friendly to make others feel welcome. And so it's very important to be very personable and use those skills that FFA has taught me, use those people skills to interact with people on a daily basis.
Each year, FFA chapters around the country celebrate National FFA Week, a week-long tradition that began back in 1947 when the National Board of Directors designated the week of George Washington's birthday as National FFA Week in recognition of his legacy as an agriculturalist and farmer.
For FFA Week, the state officers have a big week planned, a pretty busy week. It started off with today. We got to spend the day in Topeka at the legislators, and we also had the opportunity to talk with Governor Brownback, which was a really neat opportunity. In addition, throughout the rest of the week, we're going on chapter visits. I believe we'll be at around 21 different high schools throughout the week, and wrapping up on Friday and Saturday and into the weekend, we are going on a Northwest Kansas ag tour and visiting with some businesses up in that part of the state. And additionally, ongoing throughout the week, we encourage people to be very, very active on social media, promoting FFA Week, whether it's through Facebook, Instagram, and we actually have a social media challenge out right now, so I encourage everyone to go participate in that as well.
Nick feels as though this opportunity will help him in his career through agriculture. Today's agriculture education students will be the leaders and innovators of tomorrow, who will be responsible for ensuring the safe and stable food and fiber supply for the growing world population. And the Kansas FFA is at the forefront of preparing students for premier leadership, personal growth, and career success in agriculture and many other industries.
I'm really hoping that this can help me in my career because it's really helping me develop not only those people skills and those personable skills, being able to relate to everyone and talk with people that I don't know, but also my presentation skills and developing those skills to be in front of others and the public speaking skills that a lot of people are afraid of. Through FFA and through serving as a state FFA officer, I have to be a voice, and so it's really teaching me how to be careful with the words that I choose and just how to get over those fears that I had originally of speaking in public and being in front of people.
When your living depends on agriculture, you can depend on KFRM 550 AM. If you're in the southwest three-fourths of Kansas or the northern half of Oklahoma, catch us at 550 AM on the radio dial. But if that isn't you, listen on your cell phone at TuneIn Radio or on your computer at KFRM.com. We promise to keep you informed, entertained, and company as you go through your day. KFRM 550 AM, the voice of the plains. We would like to join your management team.
Healthy cows start with the new Hired Hand automatic livestock sprayer. Rancher invented to provide an efficient alternative to pour-on and injectable parasite management systems. The portable design allows cattle to treat themselves head to hoof. Strategic device placement with pass-through activation technology takes the stress out of parasite treatment for cattle and the rancher, leaving more time to tend to other vital tasks on the farm. To learn more, visit cowsprayer.com. The new Hired Hand makes healthy cows easy.
Hello friends, I'm Ernie Rodina.
And I'm Dawn Dawson with the Better Horses Radio Show.
For over 9 years, we've been bringing the Better Horses Radio Show to markets all across the Midwest. We talk about God, lots about horses.
We talk about cows, we talk about horse health, we talk to top trainers, and we even talk about Roy Rogers.
We are having a blast with Better Horses Radio Show and would love to take it to a market near you.
So visit our website at betterhorsesradio.com and let us or your local radio station know you'd like to hear it in your area.
The Better Horses Radio Show is unbelievable.
The Kansas Wheat Innovation Center in Manhattan is rediscovering ways to get improved varieties and new genetics in the hands of farmers faster. Grower-led and checkoff-funded research initiatives are bringing about positive change. This grassroots leadership provides a strong voice in Topeka and Washington, D.C. Now is the time to partner with Kansas Wheat in moving wheat forward. Kansas Wheat Commission and Kansas Association of Wheat Growers. Farmers investing in their future and yours. Log on to rediscoverwheat.org.
Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.
ValleyVet.com, ValleyVet.com, Valley Vet Supply.
AGam in Kansas is brought to you in part by Sure Crop, liquid crop nutrition delivered right to your farm.
Good morning and welcome to Farm Factor on AGam in Kansas. I'm your host, Conrad Kabus. The state officer team travels across the state sharing their passion for agriculture, leadership, and service. Kansas State FFA officers present workshops and conferences across the state to challenge FFA members that serve in their communities in the agriculture industry. In late February, the FFA organization celebrated National FFA Week.
I'm Chantel Simon, and I was a part of the Hill City FFA chapter, and I'm currently serving as the Kansas FFA State Treasurer. As treasurer, I have the opportunity to help with the budget reports, and it is my duty to inform the executive committee members what certain numbers are, what our incomes, expenses are, and just trying to make them understand that to the best of their abilities.
Chantel works with many students around the state and helps them ignite their passion in agriculture education. Today's FFA members will be the leaders and the innovators of tomorrow, who are responsible for ensuring the safe and stable food supply for the growing world population. The agriculture education they go through is a systematic program of instruction available to students desiring to learn about science, business, technology of plant and animal production, and about the environment and natural resources system. Today, over 800,000 students participate in formal agriculture education, instructional programs offered in grades from 7 to adult throughout the 50 states and 3 U.S. territories.
My favorite part of FFA is just connecting with members. We have this amazing opportunity as state officers or just FFA members in general to meet with people and network with people, and they make me feel more passionate about the things I do. Their passion and their impacts drive me, and because of the people, because of the members, I am able to do the things that I am doing now.
The State Officer Challenge is an opportunity for state FFA officers to advocate on the behalf of FFA, agriculture education, career and technical education, and the agriculture industry. As a state officer, they have been given countless hours of training and coaching that will enable them to communicate key messages on behalf of the agriculture industry. This challenge provides them with an opportunity to further their growth and development and take challenges at their disposal. Many objectives of the challenge align them with responsibilities of their office.
For our State Officer Challenge, there are different components of it that got split up between us officers. There was the workshop curriculum, the government outreach, the social media, the interview, and the curriculum writing for the workshop. Now, between all of us officers, I was in charge of the social media along with my fellow officer Nick, and we have been trying to do like FFA Week photo challenges or give thanks for Thanksgiving, and for Christmas we did like a Happy Holidays type week where it was like a hashtag Kansas FFA. That way members could tweet at us, Instagram, and Facebook us, and with their pictures and with their memories of FFA. Right now we're working on a video that will be sent off, and we have this great concept about it, and we're trying to tie in the creed and our experiences as officers.
Thank you for watching today's episode of Farm Factor on AGam in Kansas about the State FFA organization. For more of Farm Factor, or if you want to view this program again, visit us on www.agaminkansas.com, or you can like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. So have a good day with good luck.
Closed captioning brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff. Progress powered by Kansas farmers.